So, welcome back to Basements and Bandits. So last time you traversed more of the keep, belonging to these gray-cloaked rapscallions, ne'er-do-wells, clearly evil people up to no good. You exited the food prep area into the hallway, took a look around, saw that one of the doors might be trapped, and there's a door to the right, door to the north. You guys went to the two doors to the north and were immediately beset upon by skeletons. A battle was fought, and Aloe turned into a massive giant spider, and skeletons were shooting arrows, and suddenly there were 17 Karydins all marching in a line. They had purpose. We dispatched the skeletons, and we checked out this weird little statue shrine thing, picked up some trinkets after fighting another battle with some Grey Cloaks. They seem to have special ammunition for their slingshots, and the people wielding longswords seemed especially forceful in their attacks. Rolling 10 on the D10 both times with their versatile strikes. And we took a halfling in, attempted to question him, but he seemed very very close-minded, not up for conversation. Got like a little bit of questionably useful information out of him before finally just eating him. And we got some cool stuff as we checked out the room, and then went down, entering the corridor again and choosing the door to the right this time. Opened the big double doors into this cool stone room where Lekai opened it and was immediately spotted by two gray-cloaked guard-looking people. They've got mean flails and morning stars and shields, and as soon as they run in, they stopped their conversation that they were having together and attacked.
Initiative time.
So everybody roll initiative.
There's no active combat encounter. Apparently beats.
Try again.
I was too quick. My initiative in real life was too high.
Even if there's no active combat encounter, you can like right-click on yourself and click on the cross swords and shields to toggle your combat on.
Fair enough.
That activates it on your own without waiting for me. And then
force combat in non-combatable area.
Whatever you want to do, I can't stop you. All right. As Lekai opens the door and he steps forward onto the cold stone, these gray-cloaked men, one a dwarf and one a human, standing in differing heights, which is a sight to see. They unsheath their weapons and their shields, and they go to attack Lekai. Aloe, as a giant spider. You react immediately. What do you do?
Door.
I mean, the door's open.
The door is open, and it is large enough to accommodate your girth.
Giant spidery girth.
Is that a legal move?
Yeah.
Cool. Skittering past everyone.
Okay.
Spit on that dude.
Patooey. Okay, go for it.
Oh.
You
more like patooey.
Wow.
Attempting to spit a web at the human-sized human. It just boom, kind of like spittles out onto the ground. It catches on one of the pillows and wraps around, kind of like around the axle, and the adhesiveness of your web is too strong.
It's true.
What else would you like to do?
That's my turn.
Okie dokie. Lekai, you have walked into a battle. It seems that you are able to react quicker than your opponents, but what do you do?
I am going to... I'm not sure how I actually use this. I want to throw oil on this guy.
Okay. You just tell me. Okay. Make me an attack roll using your dexterity and proficiency, sure. So
Okay.
roll 1d20 plus 5. And then, like, what are you attempting to accomplish with the oil? Just oil, just, you know, slab them up, or oil them up?
Yeah, hold on real quick.
Okay.
You said I need to roll a d20.
d20 plus 5.
Did I just add a plus 5 to it?
Yeah, you can put that in the equation.
Okay.
Yeah, that certainly works. What are you trying to do with the oil?
I'm gonna slabber him up for...
Okay.
Well, it was for Aloe, but he's currently a giant spider, so...
He is currently a
Unless
giant spider.
he magically creates some fire as a spider.
You
I'll
splash
get right on that.
You splash this lantern oil on him. He's unable to raise his shield in time since you're just too quick and it's too unexpected of a maneuver. So his clothes, his skin, it's all covered in this oil, this flammable, viscous liquid. You want to move, stay there, or you also have a bonus action.
Thinking of do it. Yeah, I'm going to move. Make sure that's not what I want. What is it? You just delete, right? There we go.
Yeah, you hover the cursor over it and then press delete.
Gonna move down here,
Okay.
and that's it.
Alright, you slide underneath Aloe, the giant spider, moving through his large arachnid legs, and press yourself against the wall. Karydin. The crumbled
Karydin.
pillars and bones before you lead the way to the enemies.
Karydin surveys the situation and does not want to get between the giant spider and its prey. So he's going to take out his crossbow and take a pot shot at this guy.
Do it. I dare you. Challenge accepted. Yeah, it hit.
Uh-huh.
Dang!
Ooh.
Okay, and then
Karydin hurts so bad.
yeah, so he takes the crossbow, both hands, puts his eye, up to it, brings it up to his face, puts his eye down the barrel, takes aim, lets the arrow shoot, and buries itself in the guy's shoulder, and then he's going to run here.
Into the little alcove
And
there.
he stows his crossbow, puts his back to the wall, and unsheaths his longsword,
Alrighty.
and that'll be my turn.
Yeah, I heard him. Alright, so the human Wraith Guard takes out his flail, he starts swinging it, this spiked ball attached to a chain, he's brandishing a shield in the other hand. He runs up to the giant spider and goes to thwack him on the spidery hide. And critically hits him.
Oh,
Christ. Can spiders drink potions?
Not quite.
Taking 10 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
He,
Crunch.
satisfied with it, he hears like the bone crunching of within the arachnid, and he kind of grins and goes and moves to cover himself with his shield.
Spiders don't have bones, right?
No, but they do
Yeah.
have chitin, and the
Yeah.
chitin can crunch. So,
This guy thinks it's bones. The other individual takes his morning star, similar to his companion's weapons, and then he also brings it to bear against the giant spider.
He whiffs it.
He goes to strike at your legs, but you lift them out of the way, and coupled with the arrow sticking out of his shoulder, he is unable to recorrect his trajectory and misses terribly. Frustrated, he's going to attempt to make another attack because he can.
Rude.
And misses terribly. His wound is too great. Rhyol.
Rhyol's just gonna run right up. Oops, not that far up. And smack this guy.
Do it.
Seeing that it just hit my friend friendly spider for
He
big
goes
damage.
to raise his shield, but your attack is too strong with too much load, and you slam into the shield and bonk him like into his own face.
Nice.
He hears this ringing sound.
And my turn. That's it.
Cool.
That's all I got.
Xalia.
Or actually, I'll move. I'm just gonna move around him.
Okay. You position. You take the stance.
So Xalia's gonna come up here
I guess you're a little quiet
remind her
today.
that she still looks. Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little quiet for me too.
Okay, well, my mic is being funny and not the person either, because it's been probably that bad.
Okay.
So she's gonna run up here, and as a reminder, she still looks like a bloated, bloody Karydin. And she's going to cause fear
Okay.
on this guy.
Okay. He will make a wisdom saving throw. He
Oh.
Wow.
he is
Okay.
distracted by the pain in his shoulder from the arrow, too busy to become frightened.
And yes, she's done.
All right.
Get back up. Not the turn.
You move backwards?
Mhm.
Okay. So like you were here and then you move backwards?
Yep.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing.
He's going to try to swing at you.
Wait, does this count for my gauntlets work?
Yeah,
where it's like
it absolutely does.
it has to make the saving throw.
Yep, because it lasts until the... well, it's not a saving throw, it's just disadvantage.
Or yeah, sorry, disadvantage.
Because it lasts until the start of your next turn. He will
Cool.
miss terribly. He swings wildly out to smack Xalia. She enters his threat range, but Xalia is too wily, and also the dude is distracted with, probably a concussion.
That's actually really good. I didn't realize it worked on like reaction attacks.
Yeah.
That's so much better than I thought it was. Cool.
Yeah. Against targets other than you, until the start of your next turn. He's distracted. Aloe, as a giant spider, you have been bumped.
Aloe, as a giant spider, legs still raised from dodging the previous attack, comes directly down on this small person,
Okay.
as it were.
Yeah.
That
As it
absolutely hits. He can't. He tries to raise his shield in time to protect from the blow, but he cannot.
My God. Whoops, sorry. Ignore my. Yeah.
So he succeeds in the Constitution saving throw, but he takes half
Yeah.
damage anyway because giant spider. So 8 damage. You eat this guy actually. From the bite alone.
Yeah.
Crunch.
Destroyed.
Different kind of crunch.
Would you like to tell me how you eat this person? How you eat this dwarf? With his shield and his morning star?
Well, I mean,
And his gray cloak,
clearly they lost their balance
obviously.
swinging. Just kind of tripped right under me, and, you see a free meal, you take a free meal.
What a shame that this person would trip. and then gobble 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 gobble. Lekai, the scene before you of the giant spider devouring a dwarf. What is your action?
Lekai promptly asks, "You're eating the other guy too, aren't you?" Before he makes a move. That's
Aloe hisses.
let's see. Lekai takes that and takes the motion, and he's just going to attack at a range.
Okay.
Since Aloe is currently Aloe as a giant spider is not done with his feasting today.
You draw the dagger returning, flip it once in your hand, and release it into the human. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Yeah, that absolutely hits. You guys are doing good today. This dude has like a dagger in his abdomen. He's not feeling it. He's not. He's having second thoughts.
He's having a bad day.
He's bleeding. Still, he's barely there.
And just gonna move up a little bit, and that's it.
Okay. Lekai, you hear a shriek of pain. After you hear a shriek of a dwarf being devoured from your hiding point.
Karydin pokes his head out and shunk sees the dagger sink into the dude's chest, and then it rushes in to take a swing with Kestrel.
Do it.
Oh, I have advantage on this because flanking. Well, it doesn't matter.
I mean, see
It
if he
might
crit.
matter.
Sure.
Maybe he just explodes instead of regularly dies. Almost. Go ahead and roll damage.
We'll see. I'll just roll max damage anyway. But
The other max.
minimum, as it were. And you know, like the dagger like hit him in the chest, and he like the force of it hitting, you know, turns him. And Karydin takes that moment and just one long cut down his back.
As you
With,
cut this
Kestrel.
human down, Kestrel. Indeed, as you were about to say, my apology. I thought you were done. There was a pause.
And Kestrel does its thing, and you hear a distant hawk cry.
Scream! The human slumps down. He makes gurgling noises.
Free food for Aloe.
Gross.
You guys are now afforded a clear view of this room. There is a crate very close to Lekai. It's this Lekai, like right around the corner. There's a crate that is closed. Aloe and everyone else can see this now. It's right here. It's closed. You can see like a pillow in the room. There's lots of bones. There's a rock. There's a fallen pillar to the south. And following the gaze of the cracked and broken pillar that rises maybe like a good 3-4 feet off the ground, just because of the sheer diameter of the round pillar, you can see a huge, like almost barn door in size door. It is closed, and then of course to your right, you can see a large, not a large, you can see a bold iron door that has been bronzed. There is a square sign hanging from a pin in the middle of it. What would you guys like to do?
What does the sign say?
The sign says... Roll a perception check so you can read. Now, the sign says, "Do not enter. Meeting in progress."
That's on the east one, right?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Xalia's gonna poke the bones.
Poke, poke. The bones do not resist your poke. You're able to move them around. This seems to be a collection of. Roll me investigation or nature, your choice.
Yeah, we did just fight a whole bunch of skeletons.
What we got? What did you roll? Investigation? Okay, you've seen this on the tables back at home. These are animal bones. And what I mean, like tables back at home from dinner and stuff.
Okay. Well, she has bones in the mine now, so now she's gonna start losing some flesh.
A fearsome
Still,
sight to
still
behold.
Karydin though.
Yeah,
Still
Karydin. Still chunks of Karydin at least.
Okay. There is now.
Karydin is gonna do a little flourish, sheath his sword, and I think it might be a good idea to take a moment to catch our breaths and recuperate. We've had 3 back-to-back fights. It's taking a moment may be prudent.
Lekai catches his dagger of returning and sheaves them. And it's gonna motion to listen through this door.
Make a perception check. One moment. Okay. As you move, you spot a like a wisp of what seems to be some kind of smoke, kind of almost pull out of the human's corpse. It slithers along the ground between the legs of the arachnid, past Karydin, and moves towards you, moves over the pillar, and it forms into a vaguely humanoid shape, and you notice it out of the corner of your eye, and right before it goes to strike, you turn, and there, next to you, is a crazy face with an anguished visage, and it goes to strike out at you, but you react too quickly. And boop, 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 boop. It is your turn.
Amazing. Lekai is seeing the spirit conjure right behind him. He says, how many more of these has to keep coming? And I'm going to use my dagger to slash.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, that hits the thing.
You da-da-da-da, you hit it.
Do that. And on top of it,
okay, that's just enough.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Good job.
Leaping to your initiative, you strike out backwards, looking really cool, with your dagger that your friend Rhyol has enhanced, and then you stab it where the creature's humanoid heart would be, wrench it out, and the magical damage of the specter that you have just destroyed, the essence shatters and covers everything in gross ectoplasm. You guys now notice the human corpse that the smoke kind of wisped out from. Seems a good degree more emaciated, and like everything is sunken in around the bones and everything. You are once again out of danger.
Make that 4 fights?
Rhyol didn't even notice. It's just sees an explosion.
Thalia literally has not noticed.
What?
I would
explosion of ectoplasm.
in addition to the human's like emaciated skin, it's also still covered in oil, so it's like it's now a shiny human. And so,
I mean, I'm not sure you could really call. I feel like this one and that one in that kitchen. Could you really call them fights?
The point still stands. I would appreciate some time to rest and maybe redo the runes on my equipment.
Oh, and then while you two are conversing, Lekai, give me another perception check. 13. Okay.
The man is perceiving.
Mm-hmm.
He is perceiving. Let's see. Where did I stick that? Okay, whatever, we'll do it live. So this door is held shut with a with a heavy wooden bar, which is a subtle warning on what could lie beyond it. You could lift the door. You could lift the bar, not the door. You're not that strong. and open it. The door is very large. It is two kind of like double doors held together. It seems like it opens towards you. And listening in, you can hear kind of like heavy breathing, like whatever's over here that's making noise. It's either big or a very nice and very soothing air conditioning unit.
As that's happening, Lekai partially hears Karydin mention about taking a rest, and he turns around and walks back. Sure, we can have a break if you need it.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure how safe taking a break right in front of the room, right in front of meeting in session, points towards the sign. I don't know how wise that would be. We don't know. People could come out of there at any moment.
We could always take the break outside of this room. Karydin sort of tilts his head and
I mean,
gives you side eye.
Potentially already know, based on the skeletons and now two spirits, it's possible that someone might already know we're here.
That's true.
And, I don't know. I mean, I understand if you need it.
Karydin sort of
Fix
steps
your
past
runes.
and puts his ear to the door to listen and see if he hears anything.
Okay. Make a perception check. And just to make sure I didn't miss anything, did you? Wow.
And
just to make sure I didn't miss anything, did you guys do anything that I didn't resolve? Just making sure.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Thalia
believe
just
so.
being a weirdo.
As an aside, there's maybe like 8 bones in front of you, Xalia.
Yeah, she found bones. She's now freshly boned Karydin.
Okay. So Karydin, with your critical success on your perception check, a 23 is very stout. From outside, you can hear voices. One of them is gruff sounding and at ease. The other is lighter and more determined. It seems like they're discussing something. Hearing this, you calm yourself, like exhale slowly, using some of the martial training that you've learned, and calm your body. slow your heartbeat a bit so you can hear beyond the heavy iron door that would normally muffle their voices. You can hear the gruff voice kind of like mumble to start off with while you're still calming yourself, and then as you relax, it's you can hear, "I determine the schedule now. Give me the emblem." And then there's the lighter voice retorting, "The timetable has changed. Give me the map and your emblem." And then the conversation continues. "You don't expect to accomplish anything with a third of the requirements, do you?" And then reply, "I'll do what I must if my hand is forced." And that's met by the gruff voice laughing. You feel the tension of the situation rise.
Karydin,
And you know you can't leave these plotters to their own devices.
yeah, Karydin sort of backs up and says, "I heard two of them in there. They're arguing right now. I think we can't let this happen. We have to interrupt them. I'll manage without a break."
Are you sure that you heard only two?
Those are the only people I heard.
Yeah. Okay, so they don't know we're here, and they're distracted with each other. So yeah, it does sound like a good time to strike. Above board, are you damaged? Are you
Who, me?
injured? Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a potion I can take.
Okay.
So Karydin is good to go. He just would have preferred having a break, but the situation kind of demands urgency.
I guess. Look, what did you hear, Lekai, when you were looking over at the other door?
There's not much to say, but probably best that we don't mess with whatever's in there. It's probably as big as Aloe.
Oh, okay. Sure. If you say so. Alright, then I guess. Is everyone ready?
Karydin nods, unsheaths Kestrel.
Xalia continues to poke bones.
Look to Spider Aloe.
I was gonna kind of nuzzle up against Xalia a bit, get her attention, and then look at everyone else.
Xalia, one of these bones is actually kind of cool. It's curved.
Xalia, Karydin is now missing an eye.
Nice.
Karydin doesn't like this, but he's gonna focus on the door.
Uh-huh.
Lekai readies his daggers and says, "Yeah."
Alright, well. I guess that's good enough. And Xalia, Rhyol, I guess, like, tries to. I guess first, actually, first I should probably inspect the door, make sure it's not, like, locked or trapped or anything.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check. Of course it's locked.
Fair enough.
Try the handle a bit, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Okay, yeah, sure. However, you're investigating it using your knowledge of, like, construction, and of course, dipping into a past business venture where people would commission spell glyphs to ward off doors. That appears to be not in effect here. It's just locked.
Oh. It's locked. Okay. Well,
Karydin.
so much for a dramatic entrance, I guess.
Karydin turns to Lekai. We may need your expertise here then.
All right. You don't want to just bang it down?
I'm not sure if we can.
Lekai looks at Aloe as a giant spider. You sure?
This door is
I
made
don't-
of iron.
I don't think spiders are known for their ability to push down iron doors.
I'm imagining
I
a
mean-
giant
Your
spider
spider
head
guy.
like push through a door like The Shining. Here's Johnny.
I mean, we do have these tools.
Karydin looks up. Like, how tall is this room?
This room is perhaps well, the doors maybe a foot taller than you, Karydin,
Mm-hmm.
and the ceiling is maybe 5 feet again.
Okay.
All around you, there's the cold stone. It seems a little more rough here, like it might have been torn down and reconstructed. There's armaments of the people that you just dispatched. Like there's the shield and the Morning Star on the ground. There's the flail and the other shield on the ground.
Karydin sort of speaks up and says, "I could make something happen if we have to knock it down, but I would prefer
yeah,
save that trick for."
yeah. In case we need to make some sort of hasty retreat out of here. I feel like picking a lock shouldn't be too hard.
Lekai spins his daggers back to the sheath. Sure. All right. Let me see what I can do. And motions to get to a Rhyol spot.
Step out of the way. Hands you these tools.
What did you say I had to do?
Give me a Thieves' Tools check.
Okay. Wait, this is...
I already posted it, linked it in the chat. You can just click on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the thing is that...
okay.
It's not your Thieves' Tools?
Yeah,
Or
it's
might
not mine.
Oh, does that not work like that? Oh, that's interesting. Huh.
Let me... s-
Lekai has Thieves' Tools, though. It's in your tool section.
I just right-click it from it?
You can use it just like any other item. You hover over it, and yeah. And then you can use the Use Thieves' Tools button.
The little D20 on the left.
Okay. I didn't realize I had to use the emblem.
Yeah.
Let's see. Roll one more time, because Rhyol's helping you. Okay, yeah. Good enough. You're with your best efforts and Rhyol helping you out, like handing you the tool as you request them. You manage to stick your pins and actuate all the tumblers that you need, and then you have a satisfying where you now are confident that the door is unlocked and you can open it properly.
Nice.
All right.
Good job.
Kai. Lekai puts back up the thief tools and says, "All yours."
Takes you maybe a minute to do this.
Okay.
Karydin steps forward to the door, looks around and says, and sort of whispers, "We all ready?"
As he says that, I will also ask, this is an out-of-character thing. You might want to check your equipment and spells and battle plan so you can be ready for whatever lies on the opposite side of this door. And also just to ensure like a smooth procedure of the event.
Mhm.
I have the one spell slot, so I'm fine.
Oh.
Yeah?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I heard an absolute legend of a wizard that could only cast cantrips and was the most incredible person ever.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Karydin, before opening the door, is going to take a swig of his potion of healing.
Okay. 10? Nice.
It's a fat potion.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, high rolled both of them. Very well done.
Karydin.
Sort of rolls his shoulders a bit. Gets ready. And then looks to everyone else.
Maybe looking at this fallen column now.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Fine, I'll do it.
As you're peering at it, this column is it's vaguely round, broken in several places. You do find a very small bead. It is red in color. It's sort of like a deep, dark crimson red.
Okay. The bones are now red.
Say it again.
The bare bones that she's been having for the past 5 minutes are now red.
Oh,
Same
excellent.
color as this.
Out of character, but I'm not gonna. I was definitely prepared for you see a fallen column.
No,
I mean, she just like to poke things.
the column's more interesting than just being fallen.
So if everyone's ready, then Karydin is going to push open the door.
Okay. And enter, yeah?
Yes. Opens the door.
I'm opening the door. Alright.
3 steps in.
Okay, so Karydin, you
I'll
enter the
run.
door, and then everyone files in past him.
I am peeping through what I can see, so I'm still in my same spot.
Okay.
Go ahead and squeeze myself through that door.
All the arachnid legs
Ugh,
then pulling you through.
spindly.
Holy
Ugh.
Karydin.
I love this.
Lekai is still shocked at how he can make it through a single door.
Alright. Opening the door, to your immediate right, Karydin and everyone, is a small alcove with a tan wooden crate taking up most of its space. Its lid is pried off. It's labeled magical pouches of shot. And then looking around, taking a quick note of your surroundings, this appears to be a throne room with thick furs mottled with blood thrown on the floor to serve as carpets. There's old trophies of forgotten beasts hanging on the walls. There's smashed tables and bones of carcasses strewn about the lair. There's dual braziers of hot coals that... Can you see? Okay, good. There's dual braziers of hot coals that flank the red carpet to illuminate cattle skulls atop piles of red crystal. There's a strange-looking twin-bladed weapon propped up to lean against one. To your left is a spiraling metal contraption that holds a domed cage. In the cage, sprawled, looks like a dwarven form that is badly beaten. Across the way at the end of this circular room is an armor-clad figure holding a rolled-up parchment at the throne. It stops mid-conversation to point at you, which causes a light brown mantled figure to turn and examine you all. This person wears a stone mask to obscure their features in mystery. The white marble countenance gazes at you all, but a moment before, in a surge of motion, lurches toward the armor fearlessly. And one moment. Snatches the parchment out of its hand. In the same motion, it's peeling the mantle off of its form and throws it in front of them. It plasters against a mighty sigil that appears in the air and swirls into a dark purple portal. And this portal accepts the individual that dives through it and then winks out of existence. This moment of excitement passes. The armor, now empty-handed, slowly turns to face your group. You can see this individual clearly now. It's got ornate armor wreathed in a dark gray cloak. The breastplate is a deep crocodile jasper color, trimmed with gold. A helmet protects the head and shrouds its face in darkness, where only 2 glowing red eyes peer out, scanning among you all. A gauntleted hand snatches the handle of this staff-looking weapon that was leaning against the skulls as the creature takes a step forward. He greets you with a deep, "Greetings. Your intrusion means you've bested or infiltrated past my guards. I must replace them."
Karydin
They
sort
leave
of
have the minor illusion of one of the guards they just killed right there.
Okay.
Karydin sort of dumbfounded at what took place. Taking in the situation, sort of stammers, who are you?
Make a persuasion check to my guy.
Fair enough.
Hey, not bad. That's good enough.
Yeah.
As you stammer out your question, there's the illusion of a defeated guard appearing suddenly to your right, and the armor replies, "My name is Galway. I live and unlive to serve my great king. Lord Wenceslas will soon return to this plane. We need only gather magical might strong enough to wrench him from the Shadowfell."
This king that everybody here was obsessed with some king.
As they should be. His might was great. Upon his return, then the glory of the true story can begin. Identify yourselves.
We are mercenaries under Skarn Earthbeard's employ. I see you have him. We're here to take him back.
Well, you can't have him. What need have I of a paper when I have the information from the source? And he points to Skarn's body with this gnarly looking staff weapon that seems to have like two blades curving in opposite directions from it. It's kind of like a gold color.
Well, we weren't asking for you to give him over. That was an order. And if we refuse, we'll just take him by force. Rhyol is ready to fight. Steps up a little.
Well, once again, you cannot have him. He is integral to my plans. Once my underlings retrieve the last emblazon from that fool's pet, it's over. I win, my king wins. If you are unshakable as I, then prepare yourselves for oblivion. I, Galway, the might of the night, shall rout the lot of you! And he brandishes his double-bladed, scimitar-looking weapon and prepares. He takes a battle-ready stance.
Important question.
Alright. Initiative, I assume?
Yeah, everyone roll initiative.
It didn't roll for me. Okay. That's awkward.
Oh,
Wowie.
well,
So much for good initiative rolls.
That was weird. It didn't roll for it the first time I clicked it.
It might have been like you clicked on it at the exact instant that it refreshed with somebody's initiative or something.
It's probably. Too many rolls. Try again.
Let's see. Oops. And then one moment, making one adjustment. And let's see. Alright, so that's prep phase, begin combat, and change this. At the top of the initiative order, this person extends his arms and says, "Souls of the dead, embodied in the trophies, I call upon you!" And everyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw as the dragon head on the northwest side of the circular room blasts this mighty roar against all of you and threatens to shake you to your core.
Hello, as a giant spider, 18.
Let's see.
Rhyol is a stout lady.
Lekai and Xalia, the next saving throw that you make is at disadvantage. And Galloway is going to take a mighty step forward, clang his armor. Makes another step forward, clang his armor again. And he twirls this double-bladed scimitar in front of him and takes a stance. He appears like his legs are bent, one in front of the other. It looks like he's ready to do something. Rhyol,
Alright,
the stoutest of dwarves. What would you like to do?
she takes a step forward. Her suit clangs. Her suit clangs. Yeah, she just goes, takes the bait. She strikes.
Okay. You make this attack with disadvantage.
Okay. Do I know a reason why, or do I not know a reason why?
What's your passive
I guess
perception?
What is my passive perception?
Passive
I don't
perception is 11. That's fine. As you go to strike with your loader gauntlets, the runes that are that you now see are carved down each blade of his staff weapon flash.
know. Okay.
But even with that, yeah, that's a strong roll. An 18 hits him.
Hell yeah.
He
Great
tries to dodge out of the way, which is what your disadvantage is.
Okay.
So he tries to dodge out of the way, but you still manage to bonk him.
Nice.
Paint me a picture of your bonk.
Pretty solid bonk. So was the runes like a blinding flash, or just like they just light up and he's like tries to move?
They just light up and he tries to move.
Okay. I guess I Rhyol would have like kind of walked up a little slowly and like kind of wound up slower than she would have, and then like sped it up faster. So the guy I guess was expecting a slower moving strike, and then just gets like smacked across the face.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Or I guess the side of him. And then I have my turn.
At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action.
Oh god.
Oh god.
And
Not the legendary.
he's going to call out, "Well, I'm outnumbered. Let's even the odds!" And from him, this darkness spills out, and the many bones around the room stand up and come to life.
Oh god, not these again.
Go ahead, Lekai. As these skeletons rise and join the battle.
Oh my god, what?
It's four of them.
Accel, calm down.
What? It's four of them. Oh,
No, not that.
Oh.
I'm looking at the rolls.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I guess technically it's not good for them, because that means they have to wait
Yeah.
until all of us.
But also, he can't roll low.
I'm
Oh,
a strong
shit.
roller. I'm sorry. That's why I played Chaos Demons in Warhammer 40k and Dark Eldar too. All I need is a level 4. Lekai, as these bones assemble and form humanoid shapes. They take up arms and short swords and short bows, and they make clacking noise, and they start attacking you. As Rhyol faces off with the knight that proclaims himself that he is the might of the night.
I is going to walk in to finally see the room. And he's going to let me check this. He's going to even out the odds by slashing this guy
Okay.
with a dagger.
You make this attack with advantage because you were previously hidden. That's enough. 22 definitely is the skeleton.
And
Dang.
he's going to literally demolish.
Bro, you guys have rolled 4 on D4s 3 times in a row.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. 8 plus 3 is 11. This dude is barely hanging on. He's only just barely able to keep his integration with his skeleton and darkness and necromantic magic. As you cut the bones from his body.
Okay, question real quick.
Yes.
Is it possible that I can throw a dagger while running away?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Let me check something, because I would have to use cunning action to increase or feline agility to increase the speed.
Okay.
So would that take over the attack that I would want to do?
No, feline agility is not an action
Okay.
to trigger. It's just, I do this now.
Okay. And just as quickly as I slashed him, I'm going to use feline agility to get right next to Karydin while throwing. While throwing this at the skeleton.
Cool.
This would be normal, correct?
Yes, this one's normal. The skeleton knows you're there now.
Who would have thought?
Does it really?
Even with your blinding speed. Let's see, you make a melee attack, can't make it. Okay, you rush in, whoosh, and then strike him with the with the audacity, with your audacious hit. You get a good blow in against the skeleton's weak point, and then with your fanciful footwork, you do a little scuttle motion backwards and attack with your by throwing this ceremonial Chris dagger that you pilfered from one of the gray cloaks, and you give it back to him good. The skeleton is defeated and collapses into a heap of bone.
4 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Four
Have to
times
be
in a row?
ma-
What do you mean?
Have to be best roll somewhere.
A 4 on a 1d4.
Oh, I didn't see it. Yeah, I didn't check it yet. What? You guys are so good at pyramids?
Uh-huh.
All right.
And that will be it.
Xalia, it falls to you. Beside you is a crate. In front of you is a door that is open. There are many skeletons and your friends.
If you're talking, Val, we cannot hear you.
Oh.
So powerful that she's muted herself.
I
There she is. Maybe.
maybe?
Welcome back, question mark?
I've discovered the issue, I think. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You're,
Yes.
You're quiet, but we can't hear you.
Okay, yeah. The headphone cord had gone out a little
Oh.
bit. She's
Whoops.
gonna walk over here and decide she wants to be a full skeleton. You know,
Okay.
to blend in with the locals. And then she's gonna walk up and go, where? And pretend to swing a sword at Lekai. But not actually swing a sword at Lekai.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
Can I have a deception check?
Okay. How convincing of a fake blow is it?
Not very.
All right.
Not especially.
I will note this.
Hey. See something real quick.
The skeleton at the end of the room
Okay.
goes behind one of the giant crystal piles that has a cattle skull on top of it. Takes out a short bow, rips out one of its own bows own bones, and notches it in the bow and shoots, firing at Rhyol.
Oh, that's sick. Oof.
An
Not
11.
good enough. Not sick enough. Use arrows next time, idiot.
It bounces off your excellently armor that you made yourself, confident that you are protected. Karydin, the scene unfolds around you.
Yeah. Pose. Oh. Ah, okay. Karydin is going to... Yeah, I can make it there. He takes sort of a curving path, spins on his heels, arms back, takes a deep breath in, and exhales a cone of frost breath wide enough to, or long enough to clip both Galway and the skeleton close to the illusory guard.
Okay.
At least.
So let's see. So you're kind of like doing one of these.
Yeah, there we go. It's like, oh wait, 15-foot cone is very different than. Well, frost breath at Galway anyway,
Okay.
and it's aimed sort in that direction.
Okie dokie.
So-
Galway will make a Constitution saving throw as you breathe your might upon him. He rolls a 16.
Mm-hmm.
It's half as much. Okay. Paint me a picture.
I kind of did.
Oh
already.
wait, sorry. I was.
You're good.
Aloe, you are a giant spider, and you see the skeletons and Galway and your friends engaging in combat with them. Karydin exhales this mighty frost breath. What do you do?
Beautiful
Aloe is a
day.
giant spider.
It is a beautiful day to be a giant spider.
And you are a horrible giant spider.
It's true.
Apparently just now recovering from the days that massive mace blow left him in. He's just gonna scurry up on this guy. Out of character, does Web just recharge out of combat? Or...
It recharges every round. Or sorry, it has a chance to recharge every round. You spent so many rounds out of combat that you probably rolled a 5 or a 6 by now, so the answer is yes.
Okay. For now, I think Aloe's just gonna bite this dude.
Okay. Do it. Bite him. Bite the bones. You had 24 hits. It's a skeleton. Their AC is 13.
Sure you didn't crush the bones while you're at it?
Not gonna have the poison, but
Let's see.
Jesus.
Bro, that's the second 8 that you hit rolled on your bite. You guys are so good
Jesus.
at this today. Yeah, so you chomp down and you rip away like a good portion of the skeleton's skeleton. Whoops, +5.
It's
Wait,
+3
no,
for
sorry.
the bite damage, and then the 2d8 is the poison.
Let's start over. 8, 3, 2. No, sorry. I said +5, but my brain works weirdly.
Okay. As long
So he
as
took
correct
11 damage,
num-
right?
11 damage. Yes.
Okay.
As long as correct numby applied.
That is correct.
good.
Alright.
Um,
You want to move more? You want to stay there? Or what else would you like to do?
I'll stay here. That's my
Okay.
turn.
Alright. Top of the initiative. Galway is once again going to call upon the might of the entombed souls mounted upon my wall. Strike against this dwarf. And Rhyol, I need a strength saving throw from you. From the side, from the northeast side, from this taxidermy boar, leaps a spectral boar and goes to ram into you.
Okay. Strength saving throw?
Yes, please.
Right. I will expend a charge of my armor of magical strength to make that into an intelligence saving throw. I think that's what it.
I think it's you.
Or no.
It's
Does it
like
actually
strength plus
work like that?
intelligence.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's add, not replace. Okay. So let me just do that then. And then.
Oh, might need it.
Oh no. I get whatever. I've already said I'm expending it, so might as well. So that's what plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay, so
So
an 8.
it's the modifier, right? Or is it plus saving throw?
That's the modifier.
Okay.
Which is an 8. 5 plus 3.
Yes.
Okay, not enough. As the boar slams into you, you go and catch it by the side, and it just continues moving you forward, pushing you out of the way, and it slams you into this wall. And it delivers 5 bludgeoning damage to you from the force of being pushed into this wall.
Good thing I healed that 5 damage before the fight.
This skeleton is a skeleton, and it will strike with its ferocious chipped short sword that has seen many battles against the giant spider and fail terribly. It makes like cartoon slipping noises, like
Sick.
and falls over and then gets back up, and it shakes its skeletal head. That skeleton.
I like to think its head spun around backward while it was falling.
It rights its head and spins it back.
Uh-huh.
That's exactly what it does. This skeleton is going to move forward, going to take a kneeling stance below the cage that holds the dwarf form, and take a short bow shot at the biggest thing in the room, which is Aloe as a giant spider. An 18.
That hits.
5 damage
Ow.
of piercing as this arrow sinks into your hide.
Rude.
Galway has been hit. He has been hurt. He is unhappy about this, and he, from his gauntleted hand, he slams the ground, and this mighty magical darkness circles out around him. It's like, "Fine then, you there. Let's see who you are in the dark." And the area becomes concealed in magical darkness.
Oh no, Vanitas.
Where'd he go?
This inky blackness obscures all view within it, and Karydin, you can hear Galway shuffling around and repositioning. But you
Does
cannot
that mean I know where he is, or can I
Uh,
not see at all?
you know, like, around where he is. You can make
Okay.
you can make things towards him,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like you can't see him, so you can't do things that require sight. But you know around where he is.
Yep.
Rhyol, the spectral boar disappears, having delivered its blow. There's a small dwarf-sized crater in the rubble. What would you like to do?
I wasn't like knocked prone or anything. It was
No.
just pushed into the wall. Okay, cool. I guess looking up, seeing the down bubble of just darkness. I'll go and try and take on the skeleton that just shot an arrow. My spider friend.
Okay. Do it.
I will.
You attack the spider assaulter. Yeah, 9 damage is pretty good.
Yeah. Just try and like swat it away.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that
Huh?
is the skeleton up here in the shroud?
Yes.
Okay.
From your position, he would be obscured. He's kind of like half in, half out.
Got it.
Yeah, you bonk him good.
My turn.
Okay. Lekai. This sphere of magical darkness oozes out, obscuring your view. You can see nothing past it.
Lekai's gonna trust Karydin fighting in the darkness for a second to clear out some small enemies. While he is moving here, I'm going to attack. I'm going to throw a dagger at this guy.
Can I
Is
make
that
a
Mel?
fake attack opportunity at Lekai is leaving my reach?
You can.
Cool.
Not a real attack, but she's just gonna do it.
Wait, the what?
A fake attack of opportunity Val is making.
Can I have a can I have a deception check with advantage?
Okay.
Skeletizalian.
About that.
Okay, thanks. 11 does not hit the skeleton.
Oh man.
You go to stab him, but the skeleton is moving in such a manner that you stab like through all bone. It's like through the gaps in the bone.
Fortunate. And at the same time, I am going to swing at this guy with my other dagger
Okay.
while catching the other sword. Or my other dagger.
Okay. You look really cool doing it, and you hit him.
And
5.
sneak attack doesn't apply here, does it?
It does because you have an ally within 5 feet of him.
Wait,
You're attacking
Yeah.
this one?
yes. But you said I have an ally within 5 feet?
You have an ally within 5
Aloe,
feet of the enemy.
yeah.
Aloe is a giant spider, and right next to the skeleton.
Which means
He's-
you're flanking it, which means you have sneak attack.
It's not 5 feet of you, it's of the enemy.
Okay, alright, that makes sense. I was thinking of it me.
Okay.
Fair, thank you. No.
So tell me about the time that you defeated a skeleton.
Well, after throwing the dagger and missing horribly at the weak spot for the other skeleton at Rhyol, I take out the other dagger and slash at the weak spot for the skeleton while he's trying to attack Aloe as a giant spider. And the skeleton just sort of tremors and then just falls apart to the ground.
Clack, 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 clack. Xalia has a skeleton.
So, okay. I'm gonna do something super funny. Not necessarily funny, but I just want to do it.
Mhm.
So, we are going to major image this boar head
Mhm.
falling off, like in a little flash of light, like a little. She's gonna make a little bit of a special effect. It's gonna explode and just kind of fall off and disappear onto the floor. With the illusion that the boar head isn't there anymore.
Okay.
And somehow, this powerful mage blew it up.
Okay. Let's see. Sure. All right. Cool. That's rad. I like it.
And she's gonna go hide in her minor image of this guard, which is kind of like clipping through him.
Or
That's
clipping
so-
into walls noises begin playing.
That's her turn.
Okay. This skeleton can't see.
Skeleton need to see?
Huh?
Do skeletons need to see?
I can't hear you.
Do skeletons need to
need
see?
to see?
In some fashion. They have in your times with the fighting skeletons, they can see through like you've been able to decipher that even in like no light situations, they've been able to see you if they're within a certain position of you. But this magical darkness seems to be something altogether different. The skeleton is going to wander around aimlessly. Aimlessly. So one moment.
It's from the skeleton.
Bing, 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 bing. It's going to try to find an enemy. It cannot find an enemy. Karydin, you do hear the skeleton, and you hear Galway shuffling around.
He can't see me, correct?
Well,
Well, okay,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know, actually.
you are wreathed in magical darkness. There is a
Yeah.
pitch black shroud around you.
Yeah.
You can only hear the
Karydin.
sounds.
Focused on Galway. Does not hear the skeleton approach. He's going to sort of take steps in the direction to sort of get towards Galway, and then he's going to take a swing with Kestrel in the direction he heard the steps last.
Okay. Naturally, make this attack with disadvantage.
Oh, whoops, I'll do another one. Sorry.
Okay. You're moving around, taking a few steps, and you quickly swing in the direction that you heard Galway, this dark knight person. But as you're moving, you run into the pile of crystals with the cattle skull on top of it, and it deflects your it changes the trajectory of your blow, and you hit nothing.
Okay. That'll be turn.
Okay. Let's see here. Go ahead, Alan.
Aloe's going to dive bravely into the darkness,
Okay.
and
You hear the whips and the audible sharpness of swords, and you hear the clack clacks of bones. But you do not see anything. But as a giant spider, you effing sense where the F people are.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
tremor sense.
Yeah, they have blind sight. They can see with complete darkness. You sense with the natural fibers of that are constantly around you with webs. You sense where people are.
and so I will bite this man.
Do it. Dive. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
All right.
These are
Let's
big
get
it.
plays.
Right.
Big plays.
Right, real quick.
Yeah.
Take a look at Bat B. Sorry.
All right.
Huh.
So, Aloe, as a giant spider, seizing the moment, you dive into the magical darkness and you feel around, using your acute senses of predatory nature, and you sense where this dark knight is, and lunging upon the movement, not even needing sight, you clamp down. It was such a crazy, unexpected attack that Galway yells in pain, and you insert your mandibles into him, and you insert a lot of poison into him, and you deal 20 points of damage.
Yeah.
Very strong. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action. And I need a strength saving throw from you.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Getting chomped on by a giant spider, he knows where you are now, and he yells, "Blow away!" And you are knocked backwards 15 feet by the sheer force of him blasting you with the power of darkness and also his double-bladed scimitar. He also needs to make a concentration check.
I believe you just blast down over 20.
He does keep up his darkness. And at the top of the turn, he's going to call out to the souls of the dead creatures that inhabit the taxidermy around. And he's going to call upon, "Great Tiger, pounce upon my enemies!" And Lekai, I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
With disadvantage, I believe?
With disadvantage.
Reroll!
Because the Dargon was very scary.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
15, I think, right?
You are...
Yes.
You're good, though. You are too
Gosh
quick,
darn.
too nimble. And hearing this call throughout the battle area, a spectral tiger leaps to life out of the tiger taxidermy and goes to pounce on you and attempt to pin you to the ground. You deal your blow to the skeleton to defeat it, and then wrench yourself out of the way to evade the tiger. It gives like a little spectral at you, and then wisps away. Well done. The skeleton that Rhyol is engaging is going to try to pull out a short sword and attack her. 14.
Nope. Not good enough.
Skeleton goes to batter against your loader gauntlets, but you block it easily. Galway is going to exit the smoke, or the magical darkness, because he doesn't like that anymore. He's going to go find that spider. Let's see. I'm going to move here.
What?
As Galway exits the magical darkness, like this almost smoke-like material, this opaque darkness wrapping around him. There he is, Rhyol, suddenly. And he sees the giant spider. He's going to flourish his double-bladed scimitar and bring it to bear against the giant spider known as Aloe. He's going to yell out, "Scatter!" 21.
Yeah, that hits.
9 damage.
Ow. Pow.
I love damage.
Oh no.
Does that take you out of
Ow.
spider? Yeah.
And
And 1 damage left over, I think.
yeah.
Okay.
Are you unconscious?
Wait,
No.
No, he's just
Oh,
a Kenku.
I was like, did that one shot him? Like, wait, is
Yeah.
He's lost his phenomenal cosmic powers.
He's going to see that this wild shape collapses and reveals a Kenku with a crimson with a crimson sweep through his feathers. Aha! I see a druid. Well, how about this? And he brings his double bladed scimitar, spins it across his head, and comes out with another strike.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
All right.
An 8.
Obviously. I dodged it easily because I am an expert.
Smaller target. He wasn't ready.
I do not disagree. Rhyol, what say you?
Whatever. Gonna look around, step over here, and press like a big red button on her, on her suit. Let's see if this works correctly. Oh, perfect. Thunder wave.
Amazing.
Both moves. It's literally just like a blast of electricity, like coming off of her.
That looks so beautiful. Good job.
That's a cool That's a cool effect of that template.
I'm losing it.
Um,
Out of character, but this is making me think of Lieutenant Surge.
Mm-hmm. Away.
Hit him with the thunderbolt.
in my mind, it's like a blitzcrankle, but you know,
Fair enough.
all good.
All right, cool. Tell me, let's see. You dispatched the skeleton.
Nice.
And
His bones fly into the wall, I guess, because they're now like loose items.
All right, indeed.
Oh.
Any more picture? Any
Oh.
more excellence?
Oh, wait, if
How
we
you
killed-
accomplish this?
If
Oh wait,
these
no, sorry, it did
guys
not kill
do-
Galloway.
I was like 3 because it rounds down because he takes half of it, right?
Yeah.
I was like 3 damage was enough to kill him. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just like a blast of electricity. Just
Okay. And it does what to the
like,
bones?
pushes away. I mean, since they're now technically loose items, right?
Yeah,
They're not
they-
unsecured objects.
They cannot
get
succeed on a
blasted.
Constitution throw.
Those things get blasted into the wall.
They
Oh, I guess Scarnes was there too. Sorry.
Oh
Oh yeah, that's right.
Whoops.
no! Is he 15 feet off the ground?
I don't know.
Scarn is 10 feet above the ground.
Oh no!
Save the saving throw. It's 3 damage. Just chill.
All right, I'm marking that down. We'll find out if he's dead or not.
His cage gets like rattled and starts like shaking about, I guess, in the air.
The bones clack 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 clack.
Whoops. You moved that. I wish you could have seen my face.
Let's mark that for a moment. Lekai. You just evaded a spectral tiger, and the evildoer has emerged from the magical darkness.
Let's see. He is also part of his fight, correct? Just to make sure.
It is a corpse, I think, Xalia?
What is? Sorry.
You magicked an illusion.
Oh,
this.
it's not a corpse. It's the living guy. Like he said,
Oh,
I need
but
to replace. So she replaced a guard.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
There's a guard there.
Okay.
How menacing
let's
does he
see.
look?
Lekai's gonna ignore him, and now that he's seeing the enemy come out of the shadows, he's gonna go into the shadows next to Karydin I'm assuming I can
Can't
see,
see.
correct?
You cannot see.
I cannot see.
No, you
So-
can see nothing. There is only opaque darkness.
Wow, even a night vision? Dang.
Nope.
Advanced darkness.
This is magic. This is magical, just blank.
There's no light there, so there's nothing for your dark vision to work with.
Okay.
Is the way I interpret it.
Well, then I'm going to yell out to Karydin to leave this and go help the rest. I'm going to see if I can swing at him.
Okay. Make this would be with disadvantage
Okay.
because you can't see him, but it's a skeleton. He's not trying to be quiet.
Right.
Jingle jangle.
Jingle jangle. Unfortunately, we can't get a good bearing on him. Like this darkness conceals the skeleton. You know where he is, but he's not directly in front of you. You go to swipe at him, but he may just be a little further out of reach. We're not sure. Make connection with him.
And let's try to just somehow move in there, and that's it.
Okay. Let's see. Oh wait, sorry. Galway needs a concentration check. So 1 sec.
Wonk.
I guess I can see
What's
now.
his plus 3? How much damage did you deal to him? No, he's fine. No,
Ah,
hold on.
Wait.
Is it 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher, or whichever is lower?
I don't remember.
really remember. Erys, if you remember, off the
I'm
top of your
pretty
head?
sure it's higher.
Sorry, what?
Because
Sorry,
it's like a
what?
challenge, right?
Concentration.
Concentration.
Check. Is it 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher or lower?
Higher.
Okay.
Otherwise, like, always be 10.
In that case, yeah, you can see now, Lekai, actually. The magical darkness. It apparently like took some time to fade and recede.
Yeah.
But as you start maneuvering around, the magical darkness fades away, and you can now see the rest of
Thick.
the battlefield. Does that change the end of your turn?
He did, so that was during my turn,
Yes.
correct?
I just interrupted you because I remembered something.
I still have a bonus action. Yeah, I mean, if I can see now, I will throw my dagger at him.
Cool. That hits. Okay. 7
And
damage.
this one is sneak attack.
Mhm.
Does that count on range?
There is an enemy of him within 5 feet, so yes, it is.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, as long as it's how rogues get like short bow sneak attacks.
Oh, I thought you had to... Okay, I thought it was like a specific... Like, be the bow rogue, effectively, for that, whatever? I don't know. Never mind. Disregard me.
It was like just one instance where it didn't apply, and that was when I was like tossing a dagger across the entire map.
An enemy of Galway is within 5 feet of Galway, so and that enemy is not incapacitated, and Lekai does not have disadvantage, so sneak attack can apply. Which does 4 damage. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
Actually.
7 plus 4.
Yeah, 7 plus 4.
Okay.
The sneak attack does 4 damage.
I didn't realize you applied the dagger itself. Alright, and that's it.
Okay. Which brings us to... Let's see. Brings us to Xalia. The dagger sinks into him. Because this is not the dagger of returning. Okay, yeah, just... You find a chink in his armor and it sinks in. He's got a dagger sticking out of him now. Where is Xalia? She's okay.
I don't know what she wants to do. I think she's just gonna keep standing here, clipping, and then I guess she'll throw a tail touch at this guy because she's realized, oh, I should probably help.
Maybe.
Is this with advantage?
Yes, it is. You you have succeeded, but unfortunately, a 13 does not hit. Now surrounded on all sides, Galway is aware of everything around him, and he sees this ghostly skeletal hand come and take a swipe at him, and he ducks out of the way. Anything else? Oop.
Nope, that's okay.
Oh, okay. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action. And he's going to lunge to another target within 15 feet, which is going to be Karydin, and make a melee attack on him.
Guy keeps teleporting.
Does that count as like actual movement?
Let's see. This leap does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
He springs forward with a rush of motion, and swings his double-bladed scimitar through the air and comes down, blade first, on Karydin.
That's
13.
not hit.
Dang, he's not rolling very well. Okay, that's his turn. And then, that's his action. And then the skeleton. This skeleton, the lone skeleton, the last skeleton in a room full of skeletons, except for Skeleton Xalia, is going to run forward and attempt to strike at Lekai with his chipped and battle-hardened short sword. Watch out, Lekai!
The guy only makes a step to dodge the short sword.
The skeleton puts in too much effort and whoop, falls forward and splats back. Skeleton stands back up, rights his head. Karydin.
Karydin parries the blow that Galway made on him. Moves around him, parrying the blow, moves around him, and is going to use Giant's Might.
Oh my.
So,
Oh,
Karydin
baby.
sort of makes a symbol with his hand in front of him, traces it through the air. Briefly, a rune glows, and then he begins to grow in size. Then, Karydin is going to take a swing with Kestrel.
Do it. With a puff of extra motion, you go and attack with Kestrel. Unfortunately, a 13 is not enough to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
He swings, parries his blow with this weapon that you're not quite familiar with. So he parries it by bringing his the back blade up and swiping it out of the way. Aloe, what say you? Karydin is also very big.
Mechanical
Weird.
question.
Yes.
How do I do this? So I have Pass Without Trace.
Yeah.
Is there anything to stop me from just casting that here?
No.
And, like, we'd
But-
be invisible, right?
Not quite.
No?
We need to be able to take a hide action, and we kind of can't if we're already being spotted.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pass Without Trace is kind of like a mystical enhancement that removes traces, and like you leave behind no tracks or other traces of your
Oh.
passage, and like there's a veil.
That's what it means by track. You can still be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's like a veil of shadows and like the silence that radiates from it, and it kind of like masks your travel and like from
Yeah,
detection.
so people wouldn't be able to like follow your footsteps, but if you were to walk up to them, they could still just see you.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you're already spotted. But yeah, it does provide that crunch benefit of adding to your stealth check, but you have to be able to hide, as Erys said. There is another spell that does that, but it's not Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
Big Karydin strikes down with Kestrel. His attack is parried away by Galway. Galway scans around with his beady, glowy eyes. His eyes rest on you, scanning.
I guess I'll just pull out one of these.
Whoa!
Some gangster just in your mind. Just give him one of these.
Well, how about these?
Sprint around between big old Karydin's legs. Do a spin around. What's his face?
Galway.
Galway.
The Nightman. Galway. All
Night
the
of
while
Night.
extending his little knife into a large flame blade. And he's gonna take a swing.
It looks so sick.
Wow.
The runes
Yeah.
on his double-bladed scimitar flash, and you bring down your flame blade against him. He counters and holds his double-bladed scimitar against the igneous blade of your magical concoction. Holds it for a moment and then turns it away. Anything else, sir?
You're good. That's it.
I will not be outmatched. My advance is unstoppable. Come, dragon, roar for me. Everyone needs a Constitution saving throw.
I have disadvantage.
Wow.
Wow.
Dang, there are some stout members here. Xalia, the next.
Wait. Wasn't the one I had at a disadvantage as well?
No, because you already made a disadvantaged roll
Yeah,
Okay.
the next
from the
one.
tiger.
Yeah. Xalia, the next saving throw you make is a disadvantage.
That was a very quiet noise, Val.
Oh, I wasn't even
For us.
that quiet.
It was. It was like from 30 feet away.
Okay.
The fadeaway laugh.
Let's see, the knight that you are all facing is going to bring his double-bladed scimitar and to bear against Karydin, having turned away the flaming blow. Hiya! Sleep eternally.
That hits.
He will do 7 damage to you,
Mm-hmm.
and then he will twirl it around again and go to give you a stab from behind.
That also hits.
Okay, this one does 1d4 instead. 3 damage. Oh, wait, sorry. 3 plus 6 damage.
Okay, I'll subtract another 3.
Okay, there we go. And then, perhaps sensing that his night might is about to end, he turns around and you sense a grin coming from Galway, although you can't see it because of his shroud of darkness, and you can only see the red gloating eyes. The glowing kind of like narrows as he's squinting his eyes at you, and he twists the staff and breaks it apart into 2 scimitars and goes and attacks Aloe with it.
Jeez.
20 damage.
shit.
Sorry, not 20 damage. 20 damage. 6 damage.
Ow.
He now has 2 scimitars. In looking all about you, he takes a step backwards, noting that the boar's head is destroyed. Rhyol, what do you say about the situation?
Above board, I have a confession to make about. I didn't realize Karydin's token was a fucking dragon. I thought his dragon head was like a hat this whole time, and like his neck was his face, but like you know,
I
like,
see it. I see it.
bandages.
Cool.
Yeah, like here's the mouth.
Yeah,
Here's
exactly.
the nose. Yeah,
And, like,
I
his
see
eyes
it.
have been like kind of covered by like the shadow underneath his actual head chin. So I was like, I have been fucking maniacally laughing to myself ever since like you made it larger. So holy shit,
Good.
that was a revelation to me. I'm sorry about that.
You're fine.
Alright, oh. I mean, the skeleton, I'm not threatened by that. Actually, is Scorn okay?
Make a perception check. No, or an investigation check, whether to determine if you want to like investigate or glance.
Oh, okay. Does that have like... Would investigation be an action, and then perception would be like a bonus thing, or bonus action, or is it just like more of like a flavor?
Are you really wanting to know how good he is, or are you just like checking on him?
I guess I'll make an investigation check just because I'm better at that,
Okay.
and I'll live with the consequences.
You take a moment. The cage is higher than you are. You are a dwarf lady.
Yes,
The cage is 10 feet
very
high.
true.
You take a moment trying to see. You can see Skarn's like hand and arm,
Takes
like out,
I can see it.
out from like hanging over the edge. You take a couple steps back. The melee behind you going on. He's not moving? Question mark?
Oh, okay. Hopefully he's okay. And does that count as an action? Or
It'll be an action just because of the amount of time, to determine, see if he's breathing, like his chest is rising and
Yeah.
falling.
fair enough.
It'll be an action.
Alright, well, I'll still move over here into the fray.
Okay. Lekai, how do you do?
Lekai is busy watching this skeleton flail at him very poorly.
It's humorous, in fact.
And while that is happening, he sees Rhyol come to the side. And as he is attacking the skeleton, he yells, he mentions to go heal Scar.
Okay, that hits.
As he obliterates said skeleton.
Waiting for it. Yeah, the skeleton's done. That one did not have a good HP roll.
And to finish it off, he's going to move. Wait, no, that's not where I want it. The guy is going to move over here to throw some oil on him.
Okay, give me an oil attack. 1d20 plus 5.
Do a quick oil check.
Yeah, it hits. Tell me how you splash this knight's armor and cloak and like all of his stuff in oil. He sputters a bit, then turns towards you, points one of the scimitars, one of the like now separated scimitars at you. You.
Lekai just smiles. Yes, me. And that'll end my turn.
Xalia.
I'm gonna go over here, and then just recast this illusion on top of her, so she's still clipping.
Okay.
It's just a flex on this guy, basically. Just to see how it reacts.
All right. I'm with it. Are you still a skeleton?
Yes.
Okay.
He's still a red skeleton.
Red skeleton. Okay. Karydin, there's no... Something's happening to your right.
True. Karydin's gonna take a swing at Galway. Is this considered flanking?
Yeah, he's surrounded. Go ahead and make it with advantage.
Okay.
He's all nice and
Go for
oily.
it.
Okay. So we roll damage here,
We do roll damage here.
and Giant's Might, I
An extra
believe,
D6.
means I roll an extra d6.
That's true.
We roll a little damage.
We roll... Karydin can have little damage. Once in a while,
Uh-huh.
as a treat.
As a treat.
9 plus 2, 11 damage.
Mhm.
Take us out of combat, my guy.
Karydin, big man with his now tiny-looking longsword, sees Galway has nowhere to move. He's with his stance, he can't move back into the area, near the boar. And even if he did, Lekai could take him down. So Karydin just takes his sword and drives it straight through Galway's chest, using his giant strength.
Okay. My defenses. He looks at you, out of breath, beady eyes glowing underneath the helm. And then he slumps down to his knees. No, my king. Give me one more chance. And he falls down. The armor slumps down everywhere, clanging. The helmet kind of like loosely coming off. There's a moment. And he is still.
Also, you hear, one final time,
Scream!
the faint cry of a hawk. Karydin grabs the longsword and sort of, withdraws it from Galway. And he does a swing to try and get what remains on the blade off onto the floor, then sheaths it. Also, he becomes small.
Shing.
Well, not small, but normal-sized.
How long does it last? A minute?
Karydin as a small tree.
Yeah, it only lasts a minute.
Is that an ice cream truck?
Could be.
We can only hope.
I don't know why there's an ice cream truck outside my window at 10:40 p.m., but there
Yeah,
is.
let's go. Midnight ice cream.
A small truck plows through the walls of the keep. It appears to have brightly colored advertisements of confections and frozen treats. All right.
Ethan Winters, congrats.
It's so loud.
You guys have slain this knight who seemed to control darkness. His golden scimitars are down next to him. The helm is slightly off. He is still. What do you do?
Does he actually have like a body inside the armor?
Roll investigation. Are you like poking him and like?
Kind of. I'm like looking at his wound, trying to like see. You said like the helmet kind of loosely came off a little bit.
Okay.
I'm like inspecting inspecting him.
You're inspectigating. Okay, with your inspectigation check, you kind of bend down, feel over him a bit with your lunar gauntlets. Kind of get in the way, but not really. You've had some practice manipulating them now.
I mean, I could move them out of the way and then use my real hands.
And then you move them out of the way and use your real hands, and patting them down. This is definitely a humanoid body. You take off the helm. Yeah, I think you said.
I kind of push the helm a little further off.
You push the helm a little further off. He's face down. As you remove the helm, you reveal black, raven-haired locks, or raven-colored locks. Turning him over, you see the face and visage of a very old, features kind of sunken in elf.
Wow. Huh. I honestly am surprised that there is a body. I was thinking this was going to be a some sort of animated armor kind of deal. Or maybe no. Just give me that vibe.
The helm in your hand is kind of shaped like a tower rook.
Mm-hmm.
While it was on him, it was emanating maybe kind of like a smoky plume to give off the effect of a feather mounted in it. But as you take it off of him, that goes away, and it is only the helm.
Xalia's gonna take his swords.
Okay. Yoink.
He's gonna play with putting them together and taking them apart repeatedly.
Okay. Xalia, when you take these swords, there's a rush where your vision zooms forward, and you have the sights of walking down. Xalia, you're what may now be your forgotten true original form, walking down thousands of battlefields. Very stoic, slow walk, moving from destination, cutting down enemy after enemy. And
I'm gonna drop them.
May I have a wisdom saving throw from you?
Okay.
You drop them. Clang, 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 clang. Right before you drop them, the first few words of a question was about to be asked to you, and it was you got the words "What is the?" and before you drop them in the vision, completely abruptly ends.
You're gonna hiss at them.
Clang, clang, clang. These long scimitar-like weapons with longer handles because they can be plugged into each other and twisted.
Rhyol looks up, hearing the clang of the scimitars hit the floor. It's something wrong with them?
And again, she's gonna hiss at them.
I take that as a yes.
Oh, also, retroactively, while you were holding them, the runes were kind of glowing in different colors. No one color. They're constantly changing, like a rainbow effect. Now on the ground, they are silent.
Kai's going to walk over and inspect Scarn.
Okay. You inspect Scarn.
Inspectigate.
I need an inspectigation check. He's high up. We're gonna have to get him down. You can see that he's tethered to a contraption by a swirling, ascending, almost staircase, and then it's attached to a wooden thing, like a wooden beam that is holding the cage aloft. Looks like an old contraption where they would hang criminals outside of towns to make an example of them. How they managed to get that in here and for what purpose, who knows? But you do see a lever. Would you like to pull this lever?
It's a lever.
Pull the lever, huh?
Wouldn't it be funny if it just crashes down?
Wrong lever.
You pull the lever, and then you're rewarded with the clanking and creaking of gears and of chains moving down, clank, 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 and the domed cage is lowered down, and in it is Skarn's still form. You can check him again if you like.
Lekai's gonna mention anybody had got a healing potion.
Check his pulse, Yuki.
Rhyol looks through her, compartments. Fresh out.
Aloe kind of starts shuffling his way over there.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
He's gonna just lightly grab Skarn by the wrist. Feel for a pulse.
Okay.
Yuki checked his pulse.
What?
It's a stupid 4Kids line.
Oh.
Someone loses a card game and Tristan screams, "Check his pulse, Yugi!"
Oh, okay.
Oh god, I remember that.
It's great.
There is a pulse. It's very faint. Aloe.
Okay.
It's very, very reduced. Skarn is like you immediately identify, like through your druidic nature of tending to people and that sort of thing, and Skarn's about to depart. You gotta do something quick.
Well, hit him with one of these.
And I hit him with the cure wounds.
Skipping the good berries, going straight for the cure.
Alright, you heal Skarn 5 HP. His pulse quickens and he returns to a decent breathing rate. This dwarf is battered and bloodied, scarred, gashed. You get the idea that he might have been aggressively questioned.
Uh-huh.
Might have been thunder waved once or twice.
I was gonna look him over for a bit. Say, he's in bad shape, but he's stable.
I'm shocked he's still alive, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, rude.
No, I'm looking at my dice. That wasn't up to
Wow.
me.
It was really close.
Don't mind me. I'm sorry. Pardon me. I ruined the immersion. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Well.
Well, we got what we came for, so it's best if we get him back to proper health instead of staying here.
Yeah, we should head back to town.
Rhyol will inspect, inspect the actual, or loot the body of, Galloway.
I'm sorry. Say it again. I
Uh,
didn't hear like
try and
that
loot.
sentence.
Loot the body?
Loot the body. Okay. Yeah. An investigation. That's what it's called now.
Um,
Unless you would prefer it not to be. I'm sorry.
No, I will. No, it's fine. Please do. Please continue.
Okay.
I'm just hamming it up.
Okay. So taking a moment, you continue moving through the belongings of this person. You do find those two golden scimitars. Actually, are they gold? Yeah, they're gold. The golden and runed scimitars that Galloway was fighting with them as one complete weapon, so some sort of staff weapon. So you find those. You have his helm. Touching the helm fully, kind of looking it over, you get a feeling of just like beady red eyes kind of like staring at you from the inside of the helm, but there's no like you don't get the feeling of any malicious nature, but you do see like a very faint like mind's eye of red eyes staring at you as you look at it.
I place it down, and I place it turn it so it's facing the wall.
Okay.
And I'm being stared at by a moan helmet.
And let's see, what else does this dude have? Roll me a D100. He's got this.
All right.
We're just gonna leave the sword on the floor, by the way.
Woo!
A 1.
Wait, is that a 1? Oh, I thought that was a 100.
Amazing.
Similarly, end of the scale.
Amazing.
I mean, if anybody else would, Karydin will take the swords if nobody else wants them, but he's already got a magic above player, out of character. He's already got a magic weapon, so if anybody else would want them, feel free.
Yeah, Bailey was interested, but that vision made her very uncomfortable, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lekai, I'll take them.
Alright. So, Rhyol, you find a piece of parchment. It's ripped and old. It looks like it's have dirt and ink smudged on it. It's a very long list of miscellaneous items. There's about... You take a quick glance, turn the paper over. Oh no, there's more.
They're just a list of items?
Yes.
There's
no grouping. There's no common theme. It's just a list of what appears to be, at first glance, a list of random items. I can give you if you want some, but for the most part, please use your imagination.
Okay. I'll add list of items to my inventory, I guess.
It's over 100 items.
Oh my god. How long is this piece of paper?
8 by 11. Small writing.
8 by 11 rectangular perfect sheet of paper with 100 items.
It's just the it's just the item list for rolling a D100 and investigating someone.
If only.
Oh god.
You also find a small trinket. It is a glass bead shaped peculiarly. You identify this as something that you used to make when you were in a glassblowing business.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, this man came into possession of one of your glass prayer beads.
The client.
Either he's a client, or this found its way into his possession. Who knows?
Who knows? Well,
while all this is going on, Aloe's kind of pretty closely inspecting this dragon head.
Okay.
Would I get the vision from the blade?
Yeah, I'm just resolving this.
Okay.
And then one final thing, Rhyol. You find a stone. It appears to be a dark crimson stone. It's not quite a garment. It's not quite a ruby. At first glance, anyway. It appears more ruby-like in nature. It is carved in vaguely what looks like a fire or a flame. You do find that as well with your with your 14 investigation.
so sorry, say that again. It's like a dark kind of flame inscribed stone.
Yeah, it's more like a gemstone. You can say flame ruby or something. Fire ruby. Lekai, you pick up these scimitars. You also get the vision that I described to Xalia. And at the very end of you walking down all these battlefields, stoic and unmovable, unassailable, striking down enemies, blocking blows from everywhere, there is a question that comes to your mind, and it is in your notes. Sorry, not in your notes. It is in your DM. This echoes into you, sourceless. It is but a whisper. So you can just tell me a color. Or, yeah. Okay. As you hold these scimitars, and you kind of feel for them, brandishing them, the runes that go up each blade on each side, they glow and pulse blue. Just breathe on, breathe off. Aloe, investigation check for the Dargan.
There it is.
Quick question. After the question you DM me, do I still have that vision going through, or is it?
At the end of Aloe's investigation check, you will have recovered from it.
Okay.
Aloe, this is a dragon. It has mighty horns that curve out from its head, upward briefly, then down, and then curve forward to almost form tusks. And tusks it does have that, like, these long teeth that growl out of its lower jaw. The overall dragon is a green in color. It's still got its scales and everything. It is actually remarkably good taxidermy work. It's mounted on a cherry wood plaque, affixated to the wall, or affixed to the wall. Its dragon eyes staring back at you, lifelessly.
I would like to detect magic.
Okay. There is some magic around you. First off,
Big magic.
First off, there's skeletons that radiate some very faint aura around them. Let's see, there's the dragon. It's 30 radius? 30 feet.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're looking at the dragon. It's got some magic on it. You see a faint aura of necromantic magic. You
Okay.
get the sense that there is something within this taxidermy that was called upon during the fight. Perhaps some ancient dragon spirit or some other enchantment that caused it to roar at you and your friends. But it is faint, so it's not particularly strong.
Right. Probably best we leave those here.
Like Kai's gonna take a moment after the vision to kind of absorb what just happened. Let me do it real quick.
And you also completely understand how to attach them and make it form this double-bladed scimitar. And it's like a twisting mechanism. In fact, I have an item card for you. So one moment. While I'm getting this ready for Lekai, Aloe, as you depart from the dragon, you see in your peripheral vision Skarn. His eyes are still closed, but he brings his left hand up to clutch something that is around his neck. Looks like a necklace or some sort.
Skarn? Are you with us? Barely then.
Who's there?
It's Aloe, one of the adventurers you hired for... Honestly, I don't even remember at this point.
Aloe. I remember that name. Thank goodness you're here. You can see, like, bending down over him, you can see that he's clutching a necklace. It's like a hammer over a shield. Are we safe?
Does that necklace... Oh, sorry. Does that necklace mean something to you?
It's a family heirloom.
I see.
I hope my brothers are safe. Have you seen them yet? Any other dwarf wearing this necklace would be them if you didn't get a chance to talk to them. We're proud of our heritage.
Not that I recall. Karydin?
Sorry, I was zoned out. Say it one more time.
Have you noticed any dwarves wearing a similar
No.
necklace?
Unfortunately, I haven't.
Search continues. Kind of blinks his eyes open slowly. Karydin.
That's me.
Where are the
I'm here, Scarn.
others? Is Rhyol here? Is Xalia? Roland? Where's Roland?
Well, Rhyol and Xalia are here. Roland, we're not entirely sure.
Blast. Seems to be getting, like, he seems to be trying to sit up. Look around. We're still in that creep's lair. Is he vanquished?
Yes.
Sure seems that way.
Star performers. I knew it was right to pick you out in that tavern. I have an eye for talent. He's like wagging his finger at you too. Can I walk? My leg's broken. Starts trying to stand up. More and more of his strength appears to be returning since he casted Cure Wounds on him. Like the blood from his wounds is like congealing. His wounds are closing. And does manage to stand up in all his dwarven glory. His beard is all scraggly. It's matted with blood and stuff. He's got his silver and tan, cloaked, lightly armored. Well, he takes a stern look. What have you got to say for yourself?
Glad you're okay.
Puts his hand on your shoulder. Aye, lad, so am I.
Lekai remembers the some stuff out here, and I want to actually go inspect that crate that was here.
Wordlessly, Lekai leaves the room.
Casually.
Wasn't it? It was in the room still.
There are 2
Wasn't it?
crates.
Oh, 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one in
There's
this
one,
one.
there's one in the alcove, and then there's one right outside the door.
I wish to
Okay.
loot that.
Make a strength check. The one outside the door is closed and bolted down. Rhyol, I think you were going to say something?
I was asking if so Skarn is standing now?
Yes.
Alright.
Like,
Yeah,
he's kind of hunched over, but yeah. Who put
Right.
this lid on this crate?
If only you had like a crowbar or something.
If only we had a crowbar.
Only
You have a crowbar.
as if no one knew. But alas.
We all have crowbar! Go ahead and make your crate check at advantage.
For some reason I had to do it from attributes for this one, so this was a little weird.
Yeah, you're probably off.
Ah!
Sure. There's a note inside. It seems to be some sort of shipping manifest. It says campfire beads, and there's also a big stamp on it, like in red where it would normally be fragile. This one says handle with care.
Grand.
Campfire beads you're actually familiar with. They're small beads that you can are useful out when camping in the wilderness. You toss it at the ground and it turns into a pile of logs and ignites itself. Very useful for camping.
I'm gonna take those.
Okay, this thing is filled. It's clearly a fire hazard. Filled with campfire beads. You should grab a handful. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just write that in your inventory.
Oh, oh, never mind. You already did it. Okay, we're good. Is it as consumable or just
It's a consumable.
Okay.
Was the bead I found earlier one of these?
Indeed.
Good to see you're standing, says to Skarn. But are you sure you can walk? Don't look too good.
Xalia's gonna scrabble up to him and awkwardly wave.
Still as zombie red
Yes.
skeleton.
Skarn is going to make an intelligence check. What's your spell DC? Is it 13?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Rhyol, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Consider your debt to me paid. I will. I truly appreciate this.
Trust me, that right now, that debt is the least of my worries.
Oh. And
Thank you.
let's see. He sees the... Where's Xalia? And Xalia scrabbles up at this time. Ah! There's Xalia.
Kind of awkwardly waves at him.
You had a hand in this too. You came to save me.
She nods kind of excitedly.
You did great.
He jumps up and down. As a skeleton.
You're definitely coming into your own, Xalia. I knew you could do it. Well, as pleasant as I'm sure that chair is to sit on, gestures towards the throne. Is the way clear? What say we get out of here and find somewhere safe? Head
Yeah.
back to Is the town still standing? I hope so.
The town's fine. Well, it's fine now.
What a relief.
Yeah. We'll tell you more. I guess you walk and talk if you can walk. I can carry you if you need to.
I can walk. He starts. He takes a couple steps and is like, "Ugh," and then he takes a hand and steadies himself on the spiraling, ascending stairwell thing.
I feel like I should just carry. You know what? I'm just gonna like pick him up with like my leather arms.
Okay.
Literally what they were built for. It's built not people, but picking up things.
He protests loudly. Put me down. I can walk. And then after a while, he submits. And fine.
It's for your own good.
And he
It's,
takes a gentle tone. I appreciate it.
Alright. So yeah, I guess we should start leaving. I guess, unless we wanna. There's that one room we didn't go into.
We should leave.
But we could just leave.
You don't want that room.
Fuck that room.
Not that room.
If you say so. Yeah, it's a lot of. Many things have been happening, Scrine, since. I guess since you left to form our little party. There seems to be a lot of different pieces at play, and part of them, involves a few people in the town. We'll tell you more, I guess, as we go. I don't want to just be standing here and saying this, but actually leaving and talking should be a thing. But effectively, it appears whoever is behind this, I guess, kind of gestures to, maybe not with her arms because she's holding, but with her head, to everything around her. Infiltrated the town and set up effectively a militia of thugs to. I think they were trying to steal any magical items, as well as seemingly to real life is spacing on the term for this, but force money out of all the locals, kidnapping and beating up. Yes, extortion. Thank you. It appears many villagers were killed through this from these rustlers, they called themselves. There was some form of a shapeshifter who disguised himself as first the town master, and then, unfortunately, Roland. We don't know what happened to the real one, but we presume he was killed and his body was disposed of. But, however, we managed to stop these thugs and save a few townspeople before they too met their demise. And even found Amaretto Sour. I don't know if you knew about him, but he appears to be cursed by these group of people as well. He was forced to do things out of his beyond his will, but he seems to be in somewhat control. He's still cursed. That was a thing we were actually trying to deal with today, but then we found your location and figured that took priority. So yeah, a lot of things have happened. It's been a long couple days.
Inspiration to Rhyol for the excellent sum up. I figured that it's time I shared my bit of it too. Indeed, let's get out of this keep. We can walk and talk. I can share the bit that I know. You mentioned Amaretto Sour. I know him. He is from Lord's Alliance. There's given the details that you've explained, it seems like many things are afoot. The people here, these gray cloak, and for now we're just assuming that you guys are walking back, moving through the forest, and you're currently in the forest walking through. These gray cloaks, they call themselves the Wraith Guard. They seem very devoted to a singular cause. They keep prattling on about their king and about darkness this and the lost that and all this other things. They seem to hate light. What happened, perhaps I'll start at the beginning. We were riding along. Roland mentioned to me that his co-worker, Amaretto, had been silent for quite some time, and had not been sending out any missives for information or anything for several days. We thought it suspicious, so we wanted to move ahead and arrive in town early just to gather what information and meet up with him. Well, I suppose you know we didn't get that far. We were waylaid by these Wraith Guard and separated, Roland and I. I ended up here, and he seems a little choked up at this, trying to remember the past events. They tortured me for a bit, trying to extract information from me about the cave, about the mine that I found. You see, that mine, it is a platinum mine. It has a wealth of platinum in it. If we could only extract the resource from it, none of us, no one in Bravebank, none of you, would ever want for money again. It would just be there, in the mine. However, perhaps we should wait until we speak while in the company of the Lord's Alliance, before I go further on that. But there is something more to that cave, and I'll tell you soon, I promise. I won't keep any details from you. I can see that keeping information from my wonderful helpers will only harm me in the end. He winces, rubbing some ouch that he got.
Oh, speaking of that cave, though I definitely agree with you, there definitely has to be something more to it, because I somehow don't think any of these Grey Cloaks particularly seem to care for the money. They particularly seem to want to die, if anything. But Xalia, you still have the box, right?
Okay, pulled up the box.
Ah, you've done well. I knew I could trust you. In that box is a trinket. There is something in that mine that I assure you I will elaborate on later. But that the item that is in there will allow us to move forward. It'll grant us entrance into a special location in the mine. Something that holds great power. I can only imagine that, well, I guess it's a foregone conclusion by now, that what is beyond with this trinket that we are hiding away will grant them. There's a legend, you see. Well, I guess I persuaded myself to talk about it, huh? Well, I'll tell you the whole details. By this time, as you guys have been walking, it's about nighttime. You guys are prepping for camp just at the edge of the forest. It is dark now, and the epic music will continue, actually. And
the epic music will continue until morale improves.
Skarn's morale's kind of low. Alright, well, I suppose it is about time I come clean. Talked myself into it anyway. I would like to review this when we reach Brave Bank and we have Lord's Alliance member, such as Amaretto, or if we can find Roland at that time. I would like to speak in their company, in their safety, but in the mine, there is this legend that I'm sure that each of you have heard, provided you're from this area. There is a legend about a singular squire who rose up, and it was a time of great turmoil, of great darkness in this ancient time, many hundreds of years ago. Not even any elf would be able to live this long. This legend of this individual, the Ember Knight, who he became to be known. There is a location in the mine. It is an anvil surrounded by all sorts of forges and smelting areas. This forge, I'm aware of the legend of this area. This forge was used to create the legendary Ember Blade that this knight wielded, and he used it to vanquish the evil Wraith King. After I staked my claim on this mine, the Lord's Alliance contacted me and paired me up with Roland and sent Amaretto ahead to scout ahead. They figured it dangerous. They wanted to make sure that it was the correct one, the one of legend, you see. And if it was, we were to seal it off and use the mine only for platinum.
So, you're saying this mine has facilities capable of creating a legendary blade to kill, seal off powerful evils, right?
That is precisely what I'm saying. This mine, this location, this spell forge. It can be used to perform incredible magical feats, including create wondrous items of magical power, which is what the Ember Blade was. It can also be used to perform magical feats as well. It's not simply restricted to the creation of artifacts. You see, it is a veritable font of magical power. It needs a catalyst, though. As if I remember my legend correctly, Amaretto or anyone else knowledgeable may be able to expand more upon this.
Okay. And you're saying what's inside that box is a key to get in there?
Indeed.
Right. The
Go ahead.
the two. I guess in character, we never actually knew his name, right?
Which one?
Of
No,
the boss battle.
He introduced himself.
Oh, okay. So of Galloway and that other figure that sort of seemed to teleport out right as we got there. Oh wait. Cancel this because Karydin never actually shared this information with everyone. So never mind. I was gonna basing information off of what Karydin heard when he eavesdropped on the conversation, which was never shared. So never mind. Actually, I don't know.
Karydin sort of clears his throat and says, "If that box had a key to the Spellforge in it, does that mean that the empty box that we found beneath the manor in that beast's trove?"
Which Xalia, you also have that, don't you?
You're gonna pull it out and then play the shuffling game with the boxes.
That one was empty. Does that mean that somebody has a key to the Spellforge already?
Indeed. There are more than one key, I guess you could call it. One is in there. It's sealed with an arcane lock that can only be opened through magical means. Indeed. It would appear that one of them has already been obtained.
That's no good.
There are a few. They were entrusted to, if I remember my legend correctly, of course, they were entrusted to people that were close to the Emberhold family, which are the descendants of the Ember Knight. You mentioned a manor. Would that be the Emberhold manor?
I believe so.
You've been getting around.
Yes. We've done our best.
Indeed. One would have been kept with Aloe, the previous lord of there, who has since departed. And one we have. And there may be more out there. I am aware that there is one other, but there may be more.
It's worrying.
Yes.
They're distinct. They look like small fires made out of gems.
Wait. Didn't we find something like that?
Did you?
I mean, Xalia's not speaking.
Yeah, Xalia's not saying that.
Sorry, my headphones are weird and just cut out sound for a second. What was just said?
The keys are gems that look like they're fire. Red gems that look like fire.
I pull out the flame ruby is what we've dubbed it. Like this?
Yes, exactly like that. You have one. We have two.
That's good.
Well done. Indeed, these are magical items. They hold a certain degree of magical power. You can use them to channel energy to produce a magical might greater than your own. If we have two, I would say we're sitting pretty. I don't quite know how or where these are used to unlock. I didn't get that far. Of course, in the mine, it's dangerous down there. It is a mine, and it's underground, and it's been unkept for years. There's all sorts of nasties in there. I didn't get very far before myself and my brothers had to exit and seek help, such as yourselves, the Lord's Alliance. But I do know All these things put together, the clues are coming together. It's definitely the legendary mine. I'm excited, but at the same time fearful.
Yeah, I mean, this is... If it's true, this is incredible. It sounds fantastical, but... it definitely... These Wraith Guard seem effectively beyond hellbent on getting there first.
And even scarier, there's another player, the masked person who stole that slip of paper the night we fought.
Could you...
Stone mask, brown mantle.
White.
No other discerning features.
Could have been the same person. Or could have been an associate of someone that I've seen before. While I was kept in here, in this cage. Well, not in this cage, in that cage. We're in the forest now. I forgot to myself. While I was kept in that cage, a masked associate met with that knight, who I have come to learn the name of was Galloway. Met with them many times. That person seemed to be referred to as Salamander. They
Black salamander.
Well, it's more like a white marble salamander.
Well,
It's the
No.
mask.
Salamander is the important part. We've had some run-ins with associates of theirs, I believe.
yeah, I take out, or actually, I'm pretty sure Rhyol has like one of them. Someone has one of them of like various notes. That
I
we have.
believe that Aloe has one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen various notes with just a signature of nothing but a salamander. We believe he's the one orchestrating all of this.
Aloe, that note doesn't have like a like a black salamander
Right.
like icon or anything on it. Are you still showing it to him?
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Where
sure
were you?
Rhyol had one from like way back from like from the cave we saved Roland from.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I just didn't keep it because it
Yeah.
was like,
the one you got from Murtado.
yeah.
Okay, but somebody shows him one, and that's fine. Is this an eft or a salamander? I suppose is the topic. Yes.
Yeah, I just continue. So.
Well, if you saw that person today, must be an associate or the very same. They've been plotting, it seems. They both, if my intuition is correct, they both seem to want to get to the Spellforge, but they may not have the same idea in mind. Perhaps they were working together and are arranging sort of like a I use it first, then you use it after me, you know, so to speak. But I'm not sure how long that can last, do you think? Also, I fear that Galway may not be the only representative of his Wraith Guard kind here. But maybe that's just me being fearful. I have no way to prove that. Listen to an old man like me prattle on, making things up, scaring himself.
Certainly can't hurt us to be careful of the Wraith Guard still. Galway served what I believe. In fact, I'm going to roll history here to see if Karydin will.
Are you asking me something, or are you just
No.
trying to determine for yourself?
I'm seeing if Karydin remembers
Okay.
that Wenceslas is the king from the story of the Ember Knight.
Okay, up to you.
He doesn't really. He spoke of Wenceslas. I believe that they have someone even above Galway.
Hmm.
So killing him will not have dissuaded them.
His eyes kind of like widen, and he looks at you and he like takes in a breath. Wenceslas. My dear Karydin, that is the legendary King of Darkness from the Ember Knight legend. If they seek to bring him back, this does not bode well, my friend. With the Spellforge, they would have the power to do so. You see Skarn like get visibly afraid in the firelight.
Let us be glad that we have the second key then. Makes us find the third. Or perhaps seal off the mine somehow. But
It would still need all of the keys to reach it, correct?
That I don't know. As I said, I wasn't able to get far enough in the mines to see what the keys go to or what they're used for. Myself and my brothers, Obshi and Shale, we had to retreat. And that's honestly where you all came in. If we weren't waylaid, we would be finding that information out right now.
Hmm. Seems like we're gonna be racing against time then to find out what we need to do next.
Perhaps. I mean,
first order of business may be to speak with Amaretto.
yes, definitely we need to get back to the town.
He is still cursed. We
Yeah,
should fix that.
or line of, or order of business. Get back to the town. Reconvene with. Have you met Lady Apple, the priestess of the god of fortune at the town?
Indeed. I am familiar with Lady Apple.
Yeah.
Very, very unflappable personality, that one. She seems to be ready for anything, but she seems to have
I guess-
her own goals.
Almost anything, it seemed, because long story short, she sort of got her connection to her god disconnected by like a ghost of a witch, and how we found you was we went to that witch to sort of work things out between the two of them, so that she would regain her connection and through that dispel the curse that's on Amaretto. And we were actually able to ask that ghost a question, and she provided us the info of where you were, and that's how we found you today. So we need to go to her, check on her to make sure that part of the deal was kept, and then have her dispel the curse on Amaretto, and then I think we discuss everything with him.
Impressive. Very impressive. He's clapping in the firelight, produced by one of the campfire beads. I knew, my heart of hearts, you all were the correct choice. Well, I'm glad that this ghost lady was able to help you. I shudder to think what might have transpired if you hadn't arrived when you did. I might not be sitting here right now.
To think we, for a moment, considered going back to town first.
Karydin sort of turns away.
It's okay. Huh. It's only a passing thought. We knew right away what the correct course of action was, and I guess here we are.
Indeed. Well, I would very much like to talk to Amarato. His whole thing is information. He deserves to be informed of the situation and the new development. Points to himself.
Mm-hmm.
And by golly, I think if we play our cards right, we plan, perhaps find the next key or something like that, we might be able to beat those evildoers, those Wraith Guard, to the mine. I do know where it is. It's right here, locked tight in this iron trap of a brain I have. He's pointing to his head.
Rhyol is like, you managed to. They didn't manage to get it out of you. You didn't talk the whole time.
No, of course not. He did take a moment to reply.
Okay. Well, Ryol's convinced. That's impressive.
Iron trap. He takes a bite of whatever rations you guys are cooking up.
It's flavored with bean paste. Whatever we put.
Delicious.
Bean paste and stinky men return.
Yum, yum.
Delicious. This is some good bean paste. Well, if time is of the essence, should we make haste through the night and reach Bravebank first thing in the morning?
Like, how far away? I guess out of character. Would we know how far away we are from Bravebank?
You would have a reference from going to Sonora's house.
Yeah.
Where you are, you're at the edge. You're at the edge of the forest, so you're not too far away from the road, Three Boar Trail. But it's forest and then some grassland, and then there's the road, the trail, and then there's more grassland, and then there's Bravebank. And of course, the road goes into Bravebank as well. As far as knowing how far away, you're probably probably 4 hours, 6 hours on horseback. 8 hours of jog/run.
That is definitely a trip.
If you were to
Considering the fights.
if you were to start now, you would arrive in Bravebank at probably 8 in the morning. Oh, sorry, it's between 5 and 8 in the morning, depending on how fast you went and whether anything delayed you.
Considering we've been through quite a bit of fights, it's probably best if we rest.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm sure that whatever is going to resurrect that king is on notice for us.
Yeah, and I think you could use a good night's sleep yourself.
You may be right. A good night's sleep to recover and refresh. Surely a night will not cause any world-shattering repercussions. I think this will be all right. Skarn said.
Surely. Yeah, no.
Unbeknownst to Skarn, he may have willed something into existence. No, I'm just kidding.
I just think, yeah. Dark, we just, assaulted an entire keep. Been through a lot today.
Alright. Well, seems we have a plan then. We awake in the morning, we set out towards Bravebank, find Amaretto, and perhaps anyone else that would like to know. I would sure like to shoot the breeze with all my friend Bartholorum. And eat his cooking. I wonder what he's making for breakfast tomorrow.
I bet it'll be good.
I imagine we will awake at 6 or 8 in the morning, the crack of dawn, and we'll be in Bravebank perhaps in the afternoon.
Of course.
Afternoon or perhaps early evening. It would depend. Oh, but pardon me, I don't presume to make your plans, even though I am technically still your employer.
No, you're right. To Bravebank we go. And then...
Not yet. We need to sleep.
Not yet. Sorry, but to Bravebank we go tomorrow, and from there we'll have to see what information we get out of Amaretto once he's uncursed.
Yeah.
Alright. Skarn battens down his hatches, finds a nice, comfortable patch of grass to sleep in, and he furls up his cloak, uses it as a pillow. He sleeps close to the fire.
I'm sure it's not the best, but I'm sure it's better than a cage.
You're right there, Rhyol. Anybody doing anything during this long rest?
Karydin passed the F out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aloe's fidgeting with that pin he picked up.
Oh, yeah. Alright. So, Aloe...
He's gonna press the button.
Say it again? He presses the button?
Yep.
Do you point it at anything?
It's pointed downwards, like at the ground.
Okay. Suddenly, when you press this button, Aloe, wonders abound. There is a small red dot on the ground near your feet.
I see.
When you depress the button, it goes away. Press it again. There it is.
What is this technological marvel?
You have a pinpointer in your inventory.
I was gonna amuse himself with that for about 5 minutes before he passes out.
Yes, this pinpointer. You push the button, it performs this magical marvel of technological thing that surely some master artificer made it. Wherever you point, there is a small red dot that appears on the closest object to you, and where you point it. It seems to project some sort of light. Must be some modified light spell, perhaps, to project a very, very sharp point of light. Red in color.
Neat.
Okay. Anyone else from anything else? Or sorry, anything else from anyone else?
So like passed out.
Okay. Everyone can hit their long rest button, including Skarn.
Whoa.
Oh no, Skarn doesn't have a long rest button. He's an NPC.
Including Skarn.
It's narcoleptic. Oh no.
Who short rests?
All right, and you all. Let's see.
Go.
You all are not assailed and destroyed during the night.
Yeah, totally didn't watch and stuff. Woo.
Very fortunately, nothing came and tried to destroy you. Perhaps due to the campfire bead giving off fire. Perhaps some animals peeked in, saw humanoids, then dipped. But yeah, no nasties came to visit you. You all awake, fresh, ready to tackle the day. You're feeling rested, even though you just had some hard battles at this keep of the Wraith Guard. You're feeling pretty up for it. It's about 6 in the morning. Skarn's already awake, wolfing down some rations. The campfire bead has ended. It's now just smoke putting itself out. And you all look on. There's tweets from birds in the air, just greeting the sun as it crests over the Wraith Mountains. And you're all ready to start the day. You begin marching towards the town of Bravebank, where the rest of your story shall unfold. You have many people to meet and visit, some information to share, and in the shadows work the Wraith Guard in the Enigma Salamander.